Hello and welcome to KoKo Language Learning Lounge.
We're glad you're here. I'm Rob.
And I'm Crystal. Yes, today's topic, it's one that changed everything for me. And I think it could change a lot for our listeners too.
Yeah, we're diving into something that seems so simple, but it's actually the foundation of everything. We're talking about how changing your daily routine can completely transform the way you learn and live with English.
Exactly. Because let's be honest, most people, when they think about improving their English, they think about more grammar books, longer study hours, memorizing vocabulary lists.
Right. I used to do that too. I'd study like crazy for a week, then burn out and stop. It felt so mechanical, so forced. But once I started building small English habits into my actual life, everything shifted.
Same for me. When English stopped being something I studied and became something I lived with, my fluency improved faster and more naturally than ever before.
In this episode, we're going to walk through exactly how we did that. We'll start with our morning routines and how we built English into the first hour of our day. Then we'll share how we use English during work or study time, even if it's just a little bit. After that, we'll talk about how we wind down in English, ending the day with calm and connection. And of course, we'll get into mindset, consistency, and the emotional side of language learning.
And if you stay with us until the end, we're going to help you design your own personalized English. Routine one that feels like you and fits into your real life.
So grab a notebook or just relax with a cup of tea, and let's talk about how small daily changes can lead to big, beautiful growth.
Let's begin with the mornings. Because honestly, the first 30 minutes of your day can shape your entire mindset, and that includes how open your brain is to learning a language.
Totally. I used to wake up and go straight to my phone scrolling through news or social media. Sometimes I'd see headlines in English, but I wasn't really learning anything. It was passive, kind of noisy.
I was the same, and I noticed my day felt rushed and unfocused. But once I created a gentle morning routine that included English, everything felt more peaceful and productive.
So here's what my morning routine looks like now. It's not perfect, but it's consistent. I wake up, stretch a little, and then I make coffee. While I'm brewing it, I play a short English podcast, usually something calm, maybe 10 minutes.
That's so good. It's like setting the tone for your brain. Hey, we're going to use English today, and we're not in a hurry.
Exactly. And the best part? I'm not trying to understand every single word. I'm just listening, waking up my ears to the sound of English.
My version is a little different. After I brush my teeth and get dressed, I make tea and sit down with a journal. I write one paragraph in English about how I feel, or what I'm grateful for. Just one paragraph.
That's beautiful and honestly powerful. Writing in English every day, even a few lines, teaches your brain to think in English, not just translate.
Right. It's not about being perfect. I still make grammar mistakes sometimes. But the point is, I'm using the language for me, not for a test or a teacher.
Let's give a quick example for our listeners. Let's say you're someone who doesn't have much time in the morning. What's one tiny thing they could do to bring English into their routine?
Okay, super simple. When you wake up, say 3 English sentences out loud. They can be anything. Today is going to be a good day. I'm going to drink water now. The sun is shining outside.
That's great. Just saying it out loud wakes up your speaking muscles and your confidence.
Exactly. It's not about complexity. It's about consistency.
And you don't have to add an hour to your day. Most of these English habits take 5, maybe 10 minutes. But when you repeat them daily, they start to add up.
They really do. After a month of short journaling and simple listening, I realized I was thinking in English without effort. It just started happening.
And that's the goal, right? Making English part of who you are, not something you do, but something you live. All right, so mornings are all about setting the tone. But what happens after that? Most people have busy days, jobs, school, errands, kids. The question is, how do we keep English in our lives when we're busy?
That's the challenge, right? And here's the truth: we don't need hours of free time. We just need small moments, what I call language windows. Little pockets of time we can fill with English, even during our normal day.
I love that term language windows. I used to believe that if I couldn't study for at least an hour, it wasn't worth it. But that's just not true. These days, I actually learn more through tiny, consistent moments than I ever did with long cram sessions.
Same. Let's walk through what that looks like in real life. So, for me, during work breaks, I have this habit: I pull out my phone and read a short English article or a social media post on purpose. Not just scrolling randomly, but something that helps me learn.
That's great. I actually switched my phone's language settings to English. It was weird at first, but now even my notifications help me practice.
Oh, that's a clever move. I did something similar with my planner. I write all my appointments in English, now even little notes to myself. Call mom or finish project. Just writing simple phrases makes English part of my workflow.
You know what else really helped? Replacing background noise with English. Like when I'm organizing files or cleaning my desk, I play an English audiobook or a YouTube video. Even if I'm not fully paying attention, my brain is still picking things up.
Yes, that's what I call passive immersion. You don't have to understand every word. Just being surrounded by the rhythm and tone of the language helps so much.
Exactly. And sometimes I go one step further. I repeat phrases I hear out loud, kind of like shadowing. Not every sentence, just the ones that catch my ear. It helps with pronunciation and rhythm.
And confidence, too. There's something about speaking out loud, even just quietly to yourself, that trains your voice and builds courage.
Let's share some quick practical ideas for our listeners. Ways they can bring English into their work or study day, even if they're really busy.
Sure, here are a few. Sticky notes in English. Put them on your desk, fridge, or mirror. Change your device settings to English phone, tablet, computer. Talk to yourself during tasks, like, okay, now I'm opening my email. Use English playlists. Music or motivational talks during break time. Write your to-do list in English.
And here are a few more. Leave voice memos for yourself in English. Even short ones like, "Today I need to finish my report and call my friend." Use English flashcards while waiting, like in line or commuting. Try one English phrase per meeting or class. Just one, even in your notes.
And remember, it's not about doing all of these. It's about choosing one or two that feel natural to you.
Yes, don't force it. Let English join your life like a guest, not like a boss.
I really love that. Let English join like a guest. Someone you enjoy spending time with? Someone you're curious about?
Here's a quick personal story. I was working on a long spreadsheet project one afternoon and I was losing focus. I decided to switch up my playlist and play an English podcast instead. And without realizing it, I picked up three new phrases I now use all the time.
That's such a great example. It's not about more effort. It's about being more intentional with the time and tools you already have.
Exactly. Think about it like seasoning food. A little English here, a sprinkle there, it builds flavor over time. You don't need to pour the whole bottle of hot sauce on your plate.
That's a perfect metaphor. And I'll say this too: when you bring English into your day in small, warm ways, it becomes less intimidating. It feels like a part of your world, not something outside of it.
Yes, and the more often you interact with it, the more confident you become. Even if you're just reading signs, writing notes, or whispering a sentence to yourself, those moments matter.
I'd love to challenge our listeners right now. Choose one moment in your day, just one, and decide how English could live there. Maybe your coffee break, or your commute, or your journaling time.
That's a great idea. Start small, stay consistent, and let your routine grow naturally. English doesn't need to be a storm. It can be a gentle breeze that flows through your life.
So beautiful. And remember, learning a language isn't just about words, it's about connecting with ideas, with people, with yourself. And routines help make that connection real.
In our next section, we'll talk about what happens after the workday, how we use our evenings to unwind with English, not escape from it.
So stay with us. You might be surprised how your bedtime routine can help you dream in English literally and figuratively. So, after a long day, maybe filled with work, errands, family responsibilities, it's finally evening. For most of us, it's the only quiet time we get. And that makes it a really powerful moment to reconnect not just with ourselves, but also with the language we're learning.
Absolutely. For a long time, my evenings were just about escaping. I'd come home, put on a random show in my own language, eat dinner, scroll my phone until bedtime. And I thought I was relaxing, but honestly, it wasn't restful. It was just noise.
Oh, I hear that. I used to do the same. But when I started ending my day with a little bit of English, just a small intentional moment, it changed how I felt about both the language and myself. I started to feel more connected.
Same here. And I want to say this clearly, we're not talking about studying here. We're talking about gentle, human, comforting English. The kind of English that helps you unwind and feel safe.
Yes, like a soft blanket, not a textbook.
Exactly. So let's walk our listeners through a few things we personally do in the evenings. You want to go first?
Sure. One of my favorite things to do is light a candle or dim the lights, make some tea, and watch 15-20 minutes of a show I enjoy in English with subtitles. It's not about understanding every word. It's just about being in the rhythm of the language.
That's lovely. For me, I journal in English at night. Just a few lines what I did today, how I felt, or something I'm thankful for. It helps me reflect and it gently keeps my writing brain engaged.
I actually tried that after you told me. And I added a twist. I write down one new word or phrase I heard during the day, and then I use it in a sentence. It's like a soft review without pressure.
I love that idea. Another thing I do sometimes is read a few pages from an English book, just 2 or 3 pages. Fiction, nonfiction, whatever feels light. Reading in bed slowly feels like feeding my brain without overloading it.
That's such a cozy way to end the day. And when I'm really tired, I just listen to calming English meditations or bedtime stories. I don't try to understand it all. I just let the sound wash over me.
Let's pause there because that's an important point. Sometimes we think learning has to be active, but passive exposure, especially at night, actually helps your brain absorb things more deeply.
Yes, your brain keeps working while you sleep. So even if you're just listening to a soft podcast or audiobook, your mind is still processing that language. That's powerful.
And here's something that surprised me when I started using English during my wind down time. I had less anxiety about learning. It felt like a friend, not a task.
That's such a beautiful shift. Because once English feels safe and friendly, it becomes easier to speak it, read it, think in it. You stop performing and start connecting.
Exactly. So let's give some simple evening English ideas for our listeners. Watch a favorite show in English just 10-20 minutes with subtitles. Write a short journal entry in English. Read 12 pages of an English book. Listen to calming English audio like bedtime meditations or soft podcasts. Reflect on the day in English out louder in your head.
And if you're someone who prays or reflects spiritually at night, try doing a part of that in English, even one sentence. Thank you for today. I hope tomorrow is peaceful. That's language and heart working together.
Yes, it's about blending English with who you already are, not pretending to be someone else.
Exactly. And I always say end your day in a way that your future self will appreciate. Even 5 calm English minutes tonight can build a lifetime of confidence tomorrow.
Here's a small challenge for everyone listening. Tonight, choose one tiny English ritual watch, write, read, or listen, and make it part of your evening. Not as homework, but as something gentle, something yours.
Yes, don't worry about being perfect. Just show up softly. The language will meet you where you are.
And over time, that little 5 minute habit might grow into 10, then 15, and eventually into fluency. Not because you forced it, but because you welcomed it.
That's how we both did it, honestly. Not with perfection, but with care.
Coming up next, we're diving into something deeply personal, your mindset. Because even with great routines, if your heart's not in the right place, it's hard to grow.
So true. We'll talk about the emotional side of learning English, the doubts, the courage, the stories we tell ourselves, and how you can gently rewrite those with kindness and strength.
Stick with us. This next part might be the most important one yet.
All right. So far, we've talked about all these practical outer routines, morning habits, daily English moments, evening wind downs. But here's the truth, Rob. Even with all of that, if your mindset isn't in a good place, it's really hard to stick with anything.
Yes, I learned that the hard way. I had routines, apps, even a study calendar, but I still felt stuck. Why? Because deep down, I didn't believe I could actually become fluent. I thought I was too old, too slow, not naturally good at languages.
I've been there too. There was a time I truly believed English just wasn't for me. I told myself I wasn't confident enough or smart enough or I'd never sound natural. That belief kept me small. It was like trying to run with heavy weights on my shoulders.
Exactly. And it wasn't until I started working on my inner voice, the way I spoke to myself about learning, that everything began to shift. The routines didn't change. I did.
Let's talk about that inner voice for a minute, because every language learner has it. That little voice in your head that says, this is too hard, or you sound stupid, or you'll never get there.
Yes. And the sad part is we believe that voice. We think it's being honest. But really, it's just fear. And fear is loud.
So loud. But here's what helped me. I started noticing the voice. Not trying to silence it or fight it, just noticing it. When I made a mistake or couldn't find the right word and my brain said, see, you're terrible, I'd pause and think, that's not true. I'm learning.
That pause is powerful. I started doing something similar. I'd say to myself, that mistake, that's growth. That hesitation, that's practice. You're not behind, you're building.
Yes, it's like talking to yourself the way you'd talk to a friend, with kindness, with encouragement. You'd never tell your friend, you'll never learn this. So why say that to yourself?
Exactly. So let's share a few mindset routines that helped us, just like brushing our teeth, but for the mind.
I'll go first. Every morning after I write my short journal in English, I write one sentence that supports my learning. Like, I trust my brain to learn at its own pace. Making mistakes is part of becoming fluent. I'm allowed to enjoy this journey.
That's so powerful. I've done something similar with affirmations. I write 3 short lines and say them out loud like, I am learning. I am improving. I am enough.
So simple, but so healing.
You know, another thing I started doing is celebrating the small wins. I used to think success meant speak like a native. Now I celebrate things like, I understood that podcast. I asked a question at work in English. I didn't translate in my head today.
Yes, that kind of mindset builds momentum. It tells your brain, hey, we're making progress. And that belief feeds your motivation.
Here's something else I've realized. When I'm kind to myself about English, I actually learn faster. I'm more relaxed. I take more risks. I use the language instead of hiding from it.
Absolutely. Learning a language is emotional. It brings up fear, shame, embarrassment, but also joy, pride, courage. If we don't take care of the emotional side, we burn out.
I want to say this directly to our listeners. If you've ever said to yourself, I'm not good enough, or it's too late, or I'll never get fluent, we hear you. We've been there. And we're here to tell you those thoughts aren't facts. They're just habits. And habits can change.
Yes, you're not broken. You're not behind. You're becoming. And you're allowed to grow at your own pace.
Let's offer a few practical mindset tools our listeners can start using today. Affirmation practice. Write or say 3 kind sentences to yourself each day. Celebrate one win daily, no matter how small. Notice the inner critic. Gently replace it with a more supportive voice. Keep a growth notebook. Log your mistakes and what you learned from them. Visualize success. Picture yourself speaking confidently. Let your brain believe it.
And remember, this isn't about pretending everything is perfect. It's about being kind, honest, and hopeful at the same time.
Exactly. Mindset isn't magic, but it creates the space where growth can happen.
One of my favorite quotes is, "You don't have to believe everything you think," especially when that voice is holding you back.
So true. Let's all practice speaking to ourselves like a good coach, not a harsh critic.
Coming up next, we'll help you take everything we've talked about, your routines, your habits, your mindset, and show you how to build your own English lifestyle. Something that lasts.
Because real fluency isn't built in a weekend, it's built in the flow of real life. And you deserve a language life that feels natural, gentle, and joyful.
Stay with us. You're closer than you think. Okay, so we've explored morning routines, daily English moments, gentle evening habits, and the mindset that supports it all. Now it's time for the best part, putting it all together into something that actually works for you.
Yes, because here's the truth, your English lifestyle doesn't have to look like anyone else's. It should fit your energy, your schedule, and your real life. That's what makes it sustainable.
Totally. I think when people hear lifestyle, they imagine a strict, perfect routine. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about building English into your days in a way that feels natural, like brushing your teeth or drinking water.
Exactly. It's not about finding more time. It's about finding the right moments. You don't need to quit your job and move to another country to get better at English. You just need to make small, meaningful choices every day.
So let's help our listeners build their own English lifestyles step by step. We'll break it down into 3 simple parts. Pick your anchors, choose your tools, plan for flexibility.
I love that. Let's start with anchors. These are moments in your day that already exist, like waking up, commuting, cooking, or going to bed. You're not creating new time. You're just anchoring English to something you already do.
Yes. For example, I already drink tea in the evening, so I made that my English moment watching a show or journaling. The habit was there. I just changed what I did during it.
My morning coffee became my anchor. I listened to a 10-minute English podcast while making breakfast. No stress, just part of my morning rhythm now.
So think about it. What are your daily anchors? Look at your routine right now. Maybe it's walking the dog, or commuting, or lunch breaks. Start there.
Once you find your anchors, step 2 is choosing your tools. And by tools, we mean the English inputs and activities you enjoy like podcasts, audiobooks, music, journaling, reading articles, even talking to yourself.
Yes. And here's something important: pick tools you like. If you hate grammar drills, don't do them every day. If you love romantic dramas, watch them in English. Let joy be your teacher.
That changed everything for me. When I stopped forcing myself to read boring textbooks and started reading about things I actually liked, technology, design, storytelling, I got excited about learning again.
Same for me. I love self development books, so I started reading them in English. It didn't feel like study, it felt like I was growing in two ways at once.
Let's give our listeners a quick list of tools they could try: English podcasts, short or long, audiobooks or story apps, YouTube videos with subtitles, music with lyrics, English journal or gratitude list, TV shows or Netflix in English, books or blogs in English, voice memos or diary entries spoken aloud, talking to yourself in front of a mirror.
And remember, you don't need to do all of them. Just pick one or two that feel light and fun.
Then finally, step three, plan for flexibility. Because life isn't always predictable. Some days you'll be tired. Some days we'll be busy. That's okay.
Yes, I have something I call my English minimum. On busy days, I don't try to do everything. I just do one small thing, like listening to English for 5 minutes while brushing my teeth.
Same here. I have a core routine and a bonus list. The core is non negotiable, like my morning listening and one short journal entry. The bonus is extra stuff if I have time, like reading or doing shadowing.
That's such a great way to think about it. Your English lifestyle doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be realistic.
Exactly. And the more gentle and consistent your routine is, the more you'll want to keep doing it. Not because you have to, but because it feels good.
So let's do a quick recap for our listeners. To design your English lifestyle, pick your anchors. What are natural parts of your day where English can live? Choose your tools. What English content or habits do you enjoy? Plan for flexibility. Create a core routine and a light backup plan.
And remember to keep it personal. This is your life, your rhythm, your English story. It should reflect who you are and how you move through the world.
That's right. I always say, fluency is built in the small moments we honor, not the big plans we abandon. So just start with one moment, one tool, one habit.
Let it grow. Let it evolve. Let it be yours.
And over time, you'll wake up one day and realize, wait, I'm thinking in English. I'm dreaming in English. I'm living in English.
Coming up in our final section, we'll bring everything full. Circle, reflecting on what this journey means and offering a few final words of encouragement for everyone listening.
So stay with us. Because you didn't just learn routines in this episode, you started building a new version of your life.
Well, here we are. The end of this episode, and in some ways, the beginning of something much bigger. If you've made it this far, we just want to say thank you. Truly.
Yes, thank you. For your time, your heart, your openness. This wasn't just about routines or English tips. This was about you choosing to care for your growth, one gentle step at a time.
And if you're feeling inspired, hopeful, or even just a little bit more connected to English and yourself, that's a win. That's a moment to hold on to.
Absolutely. I hope this journey reminded you that fluency isn't about being perfect. It's not about speaking like someone else. It's about building a relationship with a language, with learning, and with yourself.
I think sometimes we chase confidence in English like it's a finish line. But really, confidence comes from small, honest actions repeated daily. It comes from showing up even when you're tired, from trying even when you're scared.
Yes, and it comes from kindness. The way you speak to yourself, the way you celebrate the little wins, the way you let English be your companion, not your enemy.
So let's take a breath together right here. Inhale and exhale. You're already doing it. You're already growing.
Let's reflect for a moment on everything we've shared. How morning routines can set a calm, confident tone. How tiny language windows during the day can create momentum. How evenings can be a time to connect softly with English. How mindset, the way you speak to yourself, shapes everything. And how your unique lifestyle can support your learning with ease and joy.
And more than anything, how you don't have to rush. Growth takes time. Fluency takes time. And that's okay. You're not behind. You're not failing. You're becoming.
I wish someone had told me that earlier. I used to carry so much shame around not being fluent enough. Now I know fluency is a journey, not a destination. And it's okay to enjoy the walk.
So, as we wrap up, we want to leave you with a few gentle reminders, something to carry in your pocket on the hard days.
Here we go. You are allowed to grow slowly. There is no race, no deadline. You're building something real. Mistakes are signs of movement. Every error means you tried. And trying is winning. English is not a test. It's a tool, a bridge, a gift. Let it bring you closer to people and possibilities. You are not alone. We've walked this path too, and many others are walking it beside you. Your voice matters, even if it trembles, even if it isn't perfect yet. Use it. Trust it. Love it.
Those reminders got me through so many tough moments, and they still do.
Me too. And maybe one day you'll pass these words on to someone else just like we're passing them to you now.
So, what now? What happens after this episode?
You begin, not all at once, not with a perfect plan, just with one moment, one sentence in English, one quiet journal entry, one podcast while you walk, one smile after a mistake.
And you keep going. Not because you have to, but because you can. Because you want to. Because English is no longer something far away. It's something you live with. Gently, daily, proudly.
Thank you for sharing this time with us. It means more than you know.
Thanks for joining us on KoKo Language Learning Lounge. We'll be back soon with another episode.
Until then, take care and happy learning.